The Street Fighter rank inflation. Have you guys seen this? So I talked about this when they announced that there was going to be a softer reset for MR. Basically before, when the season ended, you would go down to 1500. And then now it's like, oh, well, at the end of the season, if you're 2000, you go down to like 1800 or something, right? If you're like 2200, whatever, you go down to 19. Like it's like rated for what you were before. So there's already multiple people over 2,500. Basically what's going to happen is that in Asia here, the players are really, really highly rated. They have tons of MR. And like what's going to keep happening is these resets will keep them higher and higher and higher, and they're just going to keep climbing. As you may see by the text in this, I checked every region to see how many legend ranks are in this phase, and here are the following. 0 in Africa, 5 in Europe, 3 in South America, 0 in Oceania, 8 in North America, and 483 of the 500 are in Asia. And the other thing is like the people in Europe that are there, my understanding is that they're people who got it by playing in Japan. Oh, the South Americans are also in Japan right now? Makes sense. Yeah, like basically, it's not about like player quality or anything like that, right? Because there's obviously world-class players everywhere. But like when you play here, like on the west coast of the USA, your nephew, and then on the east coast, there's Punk, right? Who have like high MR ratings, or like JB, or like other people in the US who have a lot of points. They're so far from each other that they just won't play each other in ranked. It's just not possible because the matchmaking pool is like too far away, so they just don't fight each other. Whereas in Japan, they're like fighting other people who are 2200, 2300, 2400 MR over and over and over, which means there's less large gaps between the MR people that they're fighting, which means they're not losing as many points every time they lose. And they're also gaining more points. You can watch like a nephew stream where he like beats 20 people in a row, and then he loses like one game in one set, and then he's like down points or something. It's like very common for people who are like high MR here to basically fight people who are like 300 or 400 points under them and gain like 1 or 2 per win. And then if they lose the match. Like I saw somebody tweet the other day that they had like a 40 win streak or something, and they gained like 45 MR. That is an outrageous amount. Like to average like 1 or 2 MR per match. There was a tweet by Chris G who like showed his win rate. He was like, yeah, I have like 400 games on my or something. I don't remember what the number was. But he had like a 90% win rate over like a huge sample size of games. And he's like 400 points behind Lashar, who has like a third of the amount of wins and like way worse win rate. So yeah, this system is really, it's kind of like broken. It like doesn't work for the regions that are not Japan. If they continue to do this like soft reset, I think it will basically be near impossible for like people who are outside of Asia to have legend. If every player in the US was in California, the MR like would mean that a lot of them could all like be in the top rating, right? Because what happens is, I'll give you an example. When Punk goes to Japan, he hits rank 1 like immediately. With his win rate and like the way he is, he just like climbs all the way up and like instantly climbs like 400 MR or whatever, right? When NL came here, he lost like 200 MR in like a week. Is it because he's like suddenly 200 MR worse than before? No, he's just playing against players and none of them have as many points because the density of players is not as tight. So you just can't get points. In Japan, when you watch them, they all fight against other players with lots of MR, so they don't lose as many points, and then they can just keep gaining points. And it'll just keep going up. In the beginning, I think it was like 22 and 2300 were big barriers that people broke. And 2400 was huge that one time where like 3 people broke it like a year ago or something. And it was like, oh, and now like we're at 2500 on this new reset. It's going to keep going up because of the way the new reset is, I think. Yeah, like what's going to happen is somebody here is going to reset to a rank that is higher than like what is feasible for someone in North America or Europe to get, probably. I kind of think legend rank should be region based, perhaps. Maybe it should be like top 100 in multiple regions or something. Because like globally, it doesn't make much sense right now. Punk, when he goes to Japan, can be like 2400, 2500 legend on like 7 characters. But like, why can't he do that here in North America, right? Like, what's the difference? Just something to think about, you know, for like the future. I think Street Fighter's ranking system is very good though. The fact that there's like an end game goal for the highest rank, like this legend, is it's a really good idea. But if it becomes obsolete in every country that's not Japan, then it kind of feels bad because like you don't have a goal for the end game players to grind for, right? I've seen a lot of people like realize in North America and Europe, they're like, I just can't hit legend anymore. So like, I guess there's like, who cares what my points are? Like, it's nice to win, but like my points don't matter because hitting legend is like not possible in my region. Yeah, I wish the matchmaking was a cast a wider net as well. Like, why can't Punk and Nephew run into each other in ranked? They play in tournaments every week. Like, I don't get it. I don't think they'll have an answer for this problem soon, like now. But maybe closer to Elena, or maybe like after that, they'll think about something and then make an adjustment. But this is something they probably have to stew on a little bit to come up with the right idea.